Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. So today we're going to embark on our new journey that is about the SketchUp. So when you open SketchUp, what exactly you're going to see and how the things are going to work, let us see one by one. When you install SketchUp, then you'll be seeing this actually window. Then afterwards, you can actually go for this template. You can see different kind of options are there. Based on this option, you can actually set the units, and even you can actually change some kind of colors from this particular templates. For Imperial, I'm going to use this thing, architectural design feet and inches. So just select this thing, then afterwards you can actually say that to always show this window on the startup. If you are untaking this part directly, you will be able to open the SketchUp. However, let us get started. So just click on this thing, start using SketchUp. The next thing what I want to show you is in the template, once you're selecting in the starting itself, just select this thing and then select this choose template. So every time you're going to open, it's going to choose this template only. Perhaps it's going to ask you to save the file for the starting. However, I'm just clicking on the start using template, and it's going to take a little bit of time in order to start here. Actually, I have put a lot of toolbars, but when you are installing the SketchUp for the first time, I think you will not be getting all this stuff. So let's get started. In SketchUp, we'll be having the title bar, we'll be having the file menu. In the file menu, you can see we'll be having all the normal basic options like new, open, save as, so on, so on. All this option will usually be there in other softwares as well. We'll be having edit and then view, through which we can have the different visualization of box, camera, through which we can actually set the proper, again, visualization, zoom, orbit, and so on and so forth. And we can actually have the draw tools available in this draw box, like line and arcs, shapes, sandbox, like that, and the tools with which we can actually make that draw tools more realistic and use them a little bit more. I'll show you in the future tutorial how the things are going to be. Just like that, window extension helps and so on and so forth. These are different kind of things which will be available in your SketchUp. And the next thing is about this default tray. Whenever you are going to select something, like if I'm going to select this line by going to the draw and line and select this line, it's going to, this default tray is very useful for having the details of how to use whatever you're going to select. Like I'm just making these materials out and even components, and you can see it's showing how to use that line exactly, and it's showing all the different kind of instruction how to use that line. But if you're going to go for other things like pan, you can see how things are changing. If I'm going to go for zoom, you can see how things are changing. And if I'm going to go for orbit, how things are changing. So it is very helpful to how we can actually use all the different kind of options in our SketchUp. So this is actually a default tray. If you want to make this thing permanently visible, you can actually make this thing pin. But if you don't want, just unpin that part. So this is actually the pin and unpin part where you will be able to see the default tray option if you really want. Then afterwards we'll be having several options in the bump side, which we will sometimes be using, sometimes we may not be using. It's actually about the location thing. And the next thing is about the credits, but however you may not be using this thing more so. The next thing is about actually the measurement. Whenever you want to give some measurement, or if you want to measure something, you will be able to see the part in this particular thing. So that was actually basic about the SketchUp. For more tutorials, just stay tuned. I'll be having the series of this SketchUp. So that's pretty much about today's tutorial. Hope you like this thing. Until that, Assalamu alaikum.